Cosmos with Bailey. I'm Bailey and I'm a clairvoyant, psychic medium and spiritual healer based in New Zealand. Love Bee is my psychic and healing business where you can book services and whatnot. Cosmos with Bailey is a little bit different and I upload a lot of very dreams I've been having, stuff that's going on in the cosmos, what's going on in the earthly realms and whatnot, and also, just stuff that comes through to me from the higher realms. So today's video is going to be on the spiritually stunted woman, and I feel like I've been having a lot of dreams around stuff like this and what's been going on with men and how men are feeling about things, and this really big disconnect in women when it comes to men and the heart and cultivating loving, intentional connection with a man. And what has happened, and some of the stuff that comes up for men and with relationship and whatnot, is that for a very long time on this earth, we haven't really known what a healthy, divine, loving relationship looks and feels like. And with men in particular, there is and just because of the ego consciousness and the way we experience masculine and feminine, a lot of men have lots of fears around love and relationship and woman, and if they're going to be loved for themselves first in their hearts and not external stuff. And so with the ego consciousness, there was no divine feminine energy open, and so women cultivated other things, and it's become very predominant, I think, in the last 4 years with just how a lot of women are choosing to use social media for external validation as opposed to or using men for external validation. Like, men use women too, but this is more so to do with the spiritually stunted woman. And when we have women who are more fixated on external validation or wanting men for external validation, this is a very big disconnect from the power of the feminine essence as a woman. And we don't, and it is like, when I say spiritually stunted, it's literally like a woman is so spiritually disconnected from her self-respect, her cultivation of life force creativity, her inner beauty, and her purpose and passion and meaning to what she is creating in the earthly realm. And that involves how she views the masculine energy and what she's wanting from a man. So when a woman is spiritually stunted, she will be after men to fulfill external validation, and she won't be interested in cultivating relationship connection, or that may not be the highest priority. But when a woman is connected spiritually into the feminine essence, she begins to understand that one of the top priorities in her life is cultivating a deep and meaningful connection with the masculine, because and the priorities. Okay, so when it comes to a spiritually stunted woman, her priorities in life are very different to a woman who is spiritually cultivated and I almost wanted to say ordained with her feminine essence. Like, she's married her feminine essence, and so she can't leave her authentic feminine essence for external validation, because she is connected and ordained to herself in the physical body. And so when it comes to spiritually stunted women, they aren't married to the feminine essence within. They are getting married to external validation and physicality and denying the feminine. And so what happens with spiritually stunted women is that they actually start to become very, very juvenile in their feminine essence, and they start going after money, or like it's almost like a juvenile masculine energy that they begin to embody. And there's a lot of vapidness. There's a lot of vapidness and a lot of going after or trying to feel like, I don't know if it's subconscious or not, or they're even aware that there is a disconnect from the feminine essence. But when a woman is spiritually stunted, she's not interested in seeing men as almost like a counterpart to the feminine. She more so sees men as, instead of a lover and a supporter and a divine complement to her feminine essence, she doesn't see the inherent worth of the masculine spirit. She can only see and value the masculine from a place of immaturity and physicality. So she doesn't have the ability to connect emotionally with men and open men up to the feminine essence, because she is spiritually stunted within. So she can only see men, she can only see men from a purely physical stance. Money, looks, body, house. Is he going to boost my following? Is he going to boost my status? It's a very juvenile, and they end up acting like very juvenile men that haven't quite grown up, and they don't think about long-term. They don't have the ability, when you're spiritual, sense about long-term fulfillment. It's more so about, okay, I will do this and this. And there are usually, when you're spiritually stunted, is when you're really, really bad with business endeavors, and you sort of use and abuse people to get to a certain place, and you lack personal relationship skills, you lack authenticity and feeling and purpose and passion and intention to what you're creating. And so instead you create spiritually stunted women create from a place of like, instead of this flow and purpose and passion and connection to life and people, it is more so about, I just see it like this brick, or just this big, like, it becomes almost mechanical. The essence on a spiritually stunted woman becomes almost super mechanical and rigid, and you can see it in the body. I see this a lot with spiritual women who talk about the feminine essence, but they're obviously using the idea of the feminine to get external validation. It's that whole stripping down to almost being nude online and saying, I'm a goddess, but it's, you're after attention. That attention, that's that. So when a woman goes after attention and external validation, she becomes like a digger, what are those machines that people like, that masculine energy that's very, very, it doesn't suit the woman though. It's like a construction worker, and she doesn't have the feminine creativity. Instead, she becomes this construction worker in their physical realm, when it's like, but I need to build up a persona then a business, and there's just nothing behind it other than her wanting to look good. And it is not personable. It's spiritually stunted in so many ways. And it is like, is there anything going on other than external validation? Probably not. And so I do feel like it's a bit of a phenomena right now, and I do feel like there's a lot of men searching for women to have a relationship with, or wondering how to cultivate relationship skills. But when women are really disconnected from the heart connection within and the spiritual maturity of the woman essence within, they cannot help men or open up into love. The role of the feminine, when she is spiritually ordained and embodied with her feminine essence, is that she can help men open up to more love and emotional connection. And I really feel like there's a lot of men on this earth who are like, I want that, but I don't know how to get it. And if you're in that position, you need to go find a healer or whatnot to help you open up, so you can help yourself find yourself a woman that you can connect to on the heart level, and remove yourself from women who can't see you for other than physical, vapid energy. Because as much as I like to say, oh, it is spiritually stunted, I feel like people sometimes need to go through these things in order to understand that's not what they want, and that's not going to be spiritually fulfilling. But also, women like that need to make the choice themselves to leave that energy and realize that it's not, but it's everyone's on their own journey. And you can't change someone else's life journey. They have to make that decision for themselves. That's why we incarnate, to change and evolve. But if someone doesn't want to change and evolve, and you're changing and evolving, and you want different things from women or relationship, then it's not going to work if someone is content to just focus on external validation, because it doesn't work. And you can't cultivate long-term relationship when you're spiritually stunted, because it's not a priority. It just doesn't register almost in these women's energy, like they perhaps should be going to get relationship skills or whatnot. It's very interesting. At the same time, if no one's taught women how to connect to the feminine, then you can't really knock them. But it's something that does happen, but it is the journey that woman has to take herself. And who knows how many past lives that she's chosen to do that. So that's her soul journey to take. But you do have choices as to what you're cultivating and what you're choosing to do in your life, and how you want to live out your incarnation. And in order to go on the journey to understand the feminine and to unstunt yourself as a woman, as with anything in life, you need to put in effort and dedication to the feminine, and also in understanding the masculine and going on the journey with relationship and learning as you go. Because you can read all the books, you can read all the self-help books out there, you can go and read all the spiritual mumbo jumbo or whatever, but at the end of the day, the best journey is the one with your own soul and your own intuition. And someone can't do that journey for women. Women need to do that journey themselves. Yes, it's a spiritual, what did I say? Spiritually stunted. It is 100%, and it is very archaic, and if more women focused on letting go of external validation and coming back within, we would have a more beautiful, healthier society. But it's the same with men. Like, this isn't just a knocking woman video.